I wish he had more of it, more of this stuff. Maybe they could put stuff online or something, or do longer interviews, because interviews are always 5-10 minutes, whatever it is. And I always feel like Stewart has more to say. You want to see something really cool, and in fact, this one they did put more stuff online. Was last Thursday's thing. Uh, he had possibly, probably, I'd say, the most intelligent discussion regarding abortion that I have ever seen on television. Like, like, just and Stewart is pro-choice, and we're talking to a pro-lifer, and being perfectly reasonable about it. So often in the rest of the media, I find we get one person who's this, one person that, and they both get around to shouting their viewpoints. Essentially, maybe not literally shouting, but you have a couple of bullet points. You gotta hit those bullet points. You just hit them really quick, and we don't have enough time for full discussion. And Stewart himself half the time doesn't have time for discussion because the show ends. But in this case, even the small bit I saw was really good, and it even went longer and went. They put some stuff online. There's some guy way back wrote a book called Liberal Fascism. Basically, the liberals are all Nazis. Stewart brought that guy on the show and talked to him in a perfectly reasonable manner and pointed out all the ways this man was being absurd. But Stewart was not being a jerk about it, and furthermore is willing to have someone who's that absurd on the show and talk it out, and just to make sure you don't have any good ideas lurking about here, because seriously, that book is just silly. Just silly. And Stewart admits his own flaws, I suppose. There have been a couple criticisms of The Daily Show, I suppose every show has criticisms. And he points out, look, guys, I'm the comedy show. I don't I don't claim to be the standard of journalistic excellence. I don't claim to be the guy that does everything. And that's refreshing to hear that claim. And it's also great that having claimed that, he turns out to be actually better than most of the other news stuff I tend to see. And maybe, alright, I haven't done a full survey of all the news things in the world, and I'm sort of working off general impressions of various things. There are other good shows out there. 60 Minutes, I like the fact they go, into a fair amount of detail with things. Sunday Morning on CBS, which has got some news and some just other stuff. And all these sorts of things. But yeah, The Daily Show has just got a flavor to it. And The Colbert Report. That is also very good. I like The Daily Show a little bit better myself. But it's close, And Colbert's got this great thing of just, getting people together for these random projects that generally involve his name. I could try to get a chunk of the International Space Station named after him. Eventually succeeded in naming a treadmill. Yay, treadmill. And in addition to that, though, that thing which is, you might consider a bit selfish, I put his name on space stations, which then again is part of his character, that he's playing a selfish guy, that he's... But in addition, they also do, supporting the troops. He's done that a couple of times. He did, giving money to the troops' kids for their education, things like that. He did that recently. When he did, a show, he did a whole week, actually, in Iraq. And all these things. Yeah. It's pretty good stuff. I think so. I guess I would explain more, but you could just watch the show and go online, because the entire archives are online, with very few ads. That's really cool. So yeah, it's on at 11 or 10 o'clock Eastern. No, 11 Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. Central is before. And then there's a repeat at 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central thing. Monday through Thursday, Comedy Central, whatever channel that is where you live, or on the internet. Just Google The Daily Show. I really like it. And I would really like to hear more of what Stewart has to say on issues. And random bits of interviews. You'll just, some detail he'll mention that let you realize, wow, he actually knows a lot of stuff. All these books they bring up. There's always like an author, some book, very in depth stuff there, and I don't know how much time student has to read all of it, but he's more familiar with these things than I am. He's more informed of these things, and is so good at communicating it. Good stuff. I like the show. Not perfect, but I do like it a lot. Thanks for watching. See you later.